Christian, I love this installation. It's very beautiful, very magical, mysterious. I'm an architect, so it makes me feel that I'm in the presence of architecture. You use the museum, the space of the museum, the architecture of the building itself, to make us feel like we are in the middle of a forest, or the columns from a Roman or a Greek building. I feel like I need to get inside there and hide, but at the same time, I know that this is very precious, and the material does not allow me to do that. So it's that push and pull that is so difficult. Do you want to tell us more about it?
Well, first of all, I love the question. So these are trees. I've created sort of just the trunk of trees. They are definitely architectonic in nature, very, very columnar. And that is something that I explore in the work as well. That I can feel like there's an architecture in the nature. But I also feel like that by bringing the architecture of our multiple civilizations in those constructions, that multiple civilizations that have come and gone over millennia, that some we have never found again, and many civilizations that went because they were not careful with the resources that they had. And so it wasn't always a case of war or a natural disaster. It was very often they used up all the water. They had too many people there. There are a lot of those cases. And so I'm very interested in that idea of the architecture and seeing, I work very ephemerally, so the work is not meant to be here forever. And I feel like that is part of this idea of the civilizations that come and go. And yet, I've embedded these birds' nests in the trunks, and they kind of like resemble maybe those parts where, a branch might have fallen off or been hacked off, and then the tree is trying to heal itself and grow back. But for me, they're like portals to the unknown world, and so I thought that idea was very much in keeping with Virginia's curatorial interest for this show, and would be very much in keeping with the idea of a fairy tale, and which I also love. And the pine needles are just resting there as they would fall in the forest, and just on the edges I've played with some of the texturing just to give it some kind of more organic sense in here. But the columns, of course, relate to structure, the building itself, the fact that this is was built on a logging community and other things, and that, in order to keep logging, you have to be careful with your resources.
Well, thank you, Christian.